as mighty armies clash in a struggle for total domination.
Bam.
I always liked that one. It's classic.
Culture Warriors reference.
I know that was like pre-post zero, basically.
Yeah.
Didn't Gov made one that had all of us in like the Transformer thing? I'll have to download that video off Twitter. That would be a good like outro or intro clip.
Oh yeah, Gov does all of these, and he's pretty gifted with it. So I still think my favorite one of all time, and Jack, you'll remember this because this is like a couple of years ago now when we were doing Culture Warriors. There was an edit that was the King of the Hill guys and Let 'Em Burn. And and Jack was on the tricycle.
Yeah, I remember that one.
That was pretty good.
That was good. And they were drinking fucking Bud Lights.
But was that the video or just the image?
It might
doesn't matter. It was fun.
I don't remember. Yeah, that was really fun because basically like we did the Culture Warriors thing on the side. We maybe had like 20 episodes because they were on like every other week or something, and then like post zero came in on the Sundays, and we kind of just grew out of Culture Wars because we basically talk about the same shit. Like
pretty much.
With a bigger audience.
Culture Warriors was more centered into geekery and like nerd culture stuff. Less dating. It was way less dating.
Yeah, it was. It was much closer to Scarred Thumb, like the Dave is doing these days. I remember we actually had Dave on a couple Culture Warrior episodes. I think.
We did. I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think we.
Oh, I remember the one. We had one where we ranked all of the starter Pokemon.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
That was a fun one. So I don't know. People can go back in the archive. I don't know, Jack. Maybe we should make a playlist. You know, those old ones because I remember we. Oh no, you know what? I think I do have a playlist on the channel. Actually, maybe I don't remember. If not, I could make one because there's that was a fun time. That was back in the before times.
Yeah, before the dark. Yeah, before everything. You know, when things were still good. When things were still
before the Trump empire. Yes.
The Trump empire is a good thing. Every morning I wake up and I see Twitter and Kyle's like, you know what? I might regret voting. Not yet. I
might actually be happy.
Yeah, I'm inching closer and closer, and like I still see. God, here we go. You're gonna get me ranting about libertarians. I see fucking libertarians that are still like, oh, this is so bad. This is so bad. This is so bad. I'm like, look, we knew it wasn't going to be perfect, but like, if you can't recognize it, there's actually a lot of good stuff going on. I don't know what to tell you. Like, what were you expecting? Like, so far, even in my
Kapistan in the day, man, come on.
yeah, and like, I'm arguing. I can't with these fucking people because, like, look, I was one of probably the most critical libertarians of Trump leading up to the election. All right, as soon as he got in, I'm like, wow, like a lot of the stuff that I was predicting generally wasn't true, but there was some stuff that the combating anti-Semitism stuff. I'm like, okay, well, I was seemingly spot on about that. We don't know how that's going to play out, and we don't know how a lot of this stuff's going to play out because we're still really, really early in. That's why I'm not flying off the handle just yet. But we have a lot of good signs. Let's be optimistic about that. Cautiously optimistic, but optimistic. But if you're freaking out about like the deportations and stuff like that, I just disagree with you. Like, we have too many fucking problems.
We can deport you too.
Yeah, exactly. We can deport you too. If you have such a problem with the fucking deportations, you can go down and live in some of these shithole countries and realize, oh, maybe it's not too bad. And maybe the people who came here from those shithole countries, maybe we don't want them here doing the same thing here. It's like the whole fucking exodus from California to Texas. Maybe we don't want all those Californians going to Texas and then ruining that state. Like, it's probably going to happen. Like,
I saw a hilarious meme yesterday. Of course, the chick was AI, but it's besides the point. They like put an AI of one of these like mugshot photos. It was a really hot like Latina chick, and the caption, I think it was from Zarathustra or maybe Spandrel, I forget who said it, but the caption was, "Can I say something without everyone getting upset? .. And then it said she has to go back too. Excellent. Well, Speaking of right side of the aisle, and in the age of Trump, there clearly is a vibe shift, right? Well, we're gathered here today to talk about the case of the trad pinup calendar girls. So, one of the reasons why I really wanted to bring this up, and I went out of my way in the middle of tax season to host this show, and I was scrambling to the last minute to get everything ready, much to Jack's chagrin. He's like, "What the fuck, homie? Get it together." Um, I saw this on Twitter, and we just have to talk about this thing. So the biggest thing I want to push with this, actually, let's go through and grade all of the pictures of this calendar first, and then we're gonna throw our takes out there as to why we have to talk about this right away. So this is Seth Weathers. I have no idea who the fuck this guy is. It looks like one of these other trad losers or something. He's got like the 1,000 cock stare in his eyes, basically, just like all the women that are in this. So do you know who this guy actually reminds me of? Who's that fucking guy who's always talking about like trad shit? He goes on whatever all the time. Is it Sovereign Bra? Is that what he calls it?
Sovereign Bra. That
Yeah.
that F slur. I'll just put it that way.
Yeah, I've had that guy blocked forever. I remember I think he did this like horrible attempt to claim like Bronze Age pervert was like some like pagan influencer that was going to destroy Christendom or something stupid. I was like, okay, I'm blocking you.
Well, so he had some fucking long ass thread or like a long ass post where he was describing like this wonderful Christian woman that's looking for a guy, and right after that he's like, if you want to find women like this, join my Christian bro dating network. I'm like, all right,
it was that guy. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So
you see all these F slurs run together.
I like how he named his beer though, like ultra right beer. It's like, okay, that's almost the Chinese version or the Japanese version of ultra right beer.
Yeah.
Didn't somebody in the Raw squad, is it drink a beer and play a game? Is it them I think they got a case of this beer. Like, since talking about that.
It did as like a meme. I said it was all right. I think it's just white label beer,
Yeah, I mean, it's basically all the same. I mean, I don't know. As I drink like obscure beers as it is. Like I always drink Guinness or Heineken or Landshark.
European right there.
Yeah, so I'm not really drinking the all the light stuff. Like it was nice. I was not affected by the Biller Light. I was Bud Light. I was never affected by, because I just never drank it. I'll drink Miller Light if that opportunity is given to me. But I don't know. I've always been a drinker of beer, like on the side, one of the lesser known ones. But anyway, so this guy put together another year, another epic calendar. All right. So why don't we go through these and we'll grade each one of them. All right. Here, I'll bring the pictures up as we go. Conservative dads, MAGA babes, make America hot and healthy again. 100% woke free 2025.
It hits all the buzzwords. Every single one.
No, I'm sure, Dave, you could talk about this quite a bit, because you mentioned this on Scarred Thumb, which is one of the reasons why I love listening to your show, is you have this like class of like media personality in the right-wing space, like these neurotic people who, it's kind of like how classical liberals will call everything postmodern, and these people in like the entertainment sphere will just call everything woke. It's like, okay, all right, dude, like, is really everything like woke? I remember people were harping on like God of War Ragnarok because there's a black woman in the game, and I'm like, I mean, I don't want black women in my games either, but to be honest, like, this game is like one of the greatest games I've ever played, and you can't just say, oh, this game is woke because there's a black person in it. It's like, no, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly. Because I mean, they're like sort of like the anti-woke. That's like their label. I don't know if they're trying to shake it or not, but I mean, that was like their big thing, is like, we're anti-woke. We want wokeness out of our games, and like stuff like even like Helldivers, which has a lot of black people, or Space Marine 2, which diversified like a lot of the Space Marines. Which, I mean, like, you can look at it and say like, that's kind of annoying. It's pretty obvious, but you still got to. The game itself is enjoyable, so why not enjoy that fact and kind of ignore some of the other like more annoying parts of it?
Yeah, I mean, what I'm more focused on in a game, and what I respect from reviewers of these games, is like, if the game is good and if I'm gonna like it. I mean, the game isn't ruined for me in Helldivers if for 2 seconds after every 40-minute mission I see a black commander sitting in front of the control center or I pick a mission.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm glad that you guys are kind of touching on this because like I played through Tiny Tina's Wonderland, which like some of the stuff in Borderlands and even like Mass Effect Andromeda, which I loved both these games. They did have some woke elements, but kind of to your point, Hawk, is the overall game experience good? Like Paladin Mike was a character in Tiny Tina's Wonderland, and it's a transgender female to male. They don't make any mention of it. It seems like a little weird when the character's talking, but then you have to like, I looked it up to see if like what was up with it. And then they said like on the internet, like, oh, this is supposed to be a, female to male transitioning character, but like, it's not a focal point of the story. There was a quest where some woman wants to like marry another woman. And like, you have this little goblin creature that's like, it's supposed to be another, transitioning deal, but like it's not the focal point of the game. Like, could I do without it? Yeah, absolutely. Would I prefer it to not be in the game? Yeah, but like, it's not the entire focal point of the game, and they don't go out of their way to make it a focus. So, like, in one thing that gets annoying with like the anti-woke stuff is that they go so hard in the other direction that it's like, all right, can you just like not have this be your entire personality? And then obviously, like, go.
The other thing about it is like going so hard in the other direction. It's like it's disingenuous. It's like because their response of, oh, we need to go back in the other way is like, oh, we need to go to the color blindness of Martin Luther King. And it's like, well, that's how it got you to where you are today. It's like these people aren't even taking the logical end state conclusions of what they say they want wokeness out of their games, but they never actually say what that really entails and what that means. If you want to actually take up this position, they kind of take like a gay F-slur version of this position. It's like, oh, so do you want games with only white people in it? Because that's what I want. And they're like, no, and they're like, no, we can't have that.
Yeah, we want sexy women, but we don't want pornographic women in it. Like, what's the difference? Well, this one kind of shakes her ass, and that I don't like that, so I don't want it in my game.
Oh, Melody Mac.
Yeah, the whole Melody Mac, like Laura Croft's cool, but this chick shaking her butt, that's gone too far.
We can't have jiggle physics. We can't have Dead or Alive anymore. It's like, what?
Yeah, it's like the Myron Gaines and, like you said, Melanie Mac deal, where like, okay, I get it saying an F slur or dropping a hard R or something like that is funny every here and there, but when your entire personality is based around vulgarity, it's like I've never wanted to like put on a suit and tie and act proper more than when I see these douchebags that just abuse that at every chance they get.
This is a huge problem with millennials. Like vulgarity culture is really part of the millennial experience. I wish it wasn't, but I have to be critical of my own generation in this regard. It is one of our worst qualities. But anyway, so people will be familiar with this if you grew up. I'm sure Kyle could definitely attest to this. So working out in the mechanic industry, but you go into any one of these male-dominated spaces or any of these shops, and I frequent these places a lot when I was young. In the back, where men are doing their work, you will almost always have some kind of pinup calendar or some nudie calendar in the back of the shop. And it is exemplified so perfectly in the greatest Christmas film of all time, Die Hard, where he goes to the top of the elevator shaft where guys are, it's a 100% male space in there. I guarantee you that, because there's no woman who's fixing an elevator at the top of a 100-story building or whatever the fuck Nakatomi Plaza is. And you know what? There is a Christmas calendar of a bunch of nudie girls on there. And John McClane, as he's ducking and diving, shooting at terrorists, just has to tap those tits when he goes by. It's like, thanks, girls. Goes on to do what he needs to do. Right. And this is really common. These places are everywhere. I remember I was going in the back of a shop when I was like 8 years old. And there you go. There's a Playboy calendar with some bare tits bearing out for you. And guess what? Nobody fucking complained. And it was great.
You used to be a proper country.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Well, we still have in my shop in the parts department, I'm pretty sure right where like we have a desk that faces out right in front of our service drive where people go in to like buy parts and stuff. If you're standing at this desk and you back up and you turn left and then turn right to right where like there's a wall, there's a nudie calendar right there. Growing up working in my dad's shop, right on one of the computers in one of the stalls, there's a girl turned over, and I remember the old Mac guy. This dude, and like God bless this dude's soul, because he took care of his wife while she had dementia and all this stuff. And I remember him coming in the one day and he's like, does she ever turn over? And we're like, no, she doesn't. And that same dude, he was a Mac Tools guy, but like 30 years ago when my dad was a kid, he was like, yeah, he used to sell porn out of a Snap-on truck. So like, and like, we can all agree, okay, whatever you think about porn, it's just like, this is dude stuff, right? This is just guys being guys.
Oh, yeah.
It's not like he's sitting here, shoving porn down your throat, but you'd walk past, you'd be like, oh, look at that. There's some tits right there. Like, right on, bro.
Yeah. It's just part of the male experience. I mean, you saw this in World War II where they painted skimpy girls on the sides of bombers and stuff. It's like, that's what we're fighting for, boys.
That's the first thing I noticed about this calendar. None of them have tits.
Well, we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So that's just where I wanted to set the stage, basically, is like, this is very much a part of any, male space where work is actually being done. You know what? It brings it's you guys know that meme where the guy is talking to his GF and he says, thank you for fixing my mental health, and the girl just says, I just showed you my boobs. It's like, yep. Thank you.
Yeah. It's like, that's it.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
That's it. Just let me fucking play with him and done.
It's all right, cool. I'm now energized for the next 8 hours of this shift because I saw some boobies. Let's go.
Yeah, push them in my fucking face. Cure my depression.
Exactly. I'll smother you and I'll kill you. Good.
I had a friend recently who broke up, or him and his girlfriend broke up, and he was asking me like, what's going on, or like what he should do. I'm like, first of all, fuck her, forget about her, go work out, and then if you really want to, the best way to get over somebody is to get under somebody else. So like, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. But like, go get busy, do something, and then like you guys said, play with bare tits. You're never upset. I never. There was a meme. You remember how like people used to have like these old, they're supposed to be like 1950s postcards or something like that. And I remember the one that had like a guy smiling on the front of it. And it said, did I ever tell you about the worst blowjob I ever got? It was awesome. And that about sums it up.
Amazing. All right. So we could actually, now that we've set the stage for that, these calendars have always existed. And of course, there's now a gap in the marketplace because in the age of HR ladies and Karens and wokeness and such, you are not allowed to have your male only spaces, including in the workplace, which means you aren't allowed to have these things because God forbid some woman from HR gets up and has a boring day at her desk and walks in the back of the shop and sees a woman who's more attractive than her bearing her boobs. Oh man, we got to get rid of those.
Hello, bar.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, of course, in response, Conservative Inc., in all of their wisdom, decides, you know what, we're going to make a conservative pinup calendar for everyone because this is what we do, and we're going to defeat wokeness and the radical left by bringing back the good old days. And you're going to see really quickly as to why this thing is a piece of junk. All right, let's start. First of all, I don't know who any of these fucking women are.
Okay, that one's hot.
We'll get there, Jack. But I do not recognize any of these chicks. I mean, some of them have Twitter handles. I mean, let's just take a look here real quick. How many followers does this chick have? 31,000 followers. Conservative reporter. Oh, okay. All right. Exactly. I'm sure she's got some very nice opinions on Trump's tariffs right now.
Would or would not? That is the question.
Well, the obvious answer is like would all these women, but that's not the point here. Yeah.
My monkey brain can't handle this.
All right, so here we go. This is January. Megan Kohler, I guess that's how you pronounce it. And she's sitting on a this is the ultra right beer blanket. She's got her ultra right beer. She's got her nice swimsuit. I'll give her that. And her beach blonde hair. It's like touching on all of the major notes, right? But this is like a mimicry of what things actually are. Is there any sex appeal in this photo, gentlemen?
It's too staged.
Yeah, well, obviously that's definitely all of these.
Yeah. I mean, her tits are nice. That's kind of
yeah, I agree. But do we find it odd the placement of her hair in this photo? So it's actually hiding way more of the cleavage than it actually is. Do we also notice that You know,
No
there's not
ass.
really much. Yeah, or like her. She's not even like looking us straight on, right? So you can't even really see any of her cleavage. You can't see like her spreading her legs, anything like that. You know, like if this was a Playboy mag, basically, the girl would be on her knees looking straight at the camera, right? And look, she's kind of like looking off to the side. Her eyes aren't even looking at you. Do you guys know that? All right, the chick looks at you when she's blowing you, right? It's like, all right, that makes all the difference in the world, right? It's the same thing here. What is this chick looking at? Look at her eyes. She's looking off at the sunshine. It's like she's trying to throw a Roman with her eyes, you know? but she's, no sex appeal. Don't like it. Moving on. Here we go. This is even worse. This one isn't even like really even in focus, barely. Like the car is the focus of the. The car is more of the focus of the photo than the girl is.
The beer's like right at the center.
Oh yeah, that too. Wow.
This is a horrible rule of thirds. You guys know the rule of thirds? When it comes to
like
photography,
she should be in the lower right quadrant.
Well, no, not even, but she's not. She's like her face isn't even on the line. So for people who don't know, the rule of thirds is when you divide a photo up into 9 equal squares, and the lines is where you want the focus to be. And was it Kyle or Dave who said it? Like the car is more of the focus in this photo than the girl is.
I mean, and the line of the car kind of leads, and her legs lead right up to that beer can, which is like kind of dead center in the photo. It's more advertising the beer than the woman itself, or like anything, you know, about the woman as far as her parts.
The other thing is like it's an illusion of like sexiness in the sense of, oh well, she's got a skimpy dress on. It's a little short. Well, you can't actually really tell that it's really short because it's just like leaving it up to your brain. It's like, again, if this was actually a pinup calendar, you'd show some more skin, and this would actually be for the male gaze. But basically what we're getting at here, and this is going to be a theme throughout this whole calendar, this was not made for men in mind. This was made by women. Yeah, this is like a henpecked longhouse calendar.
What kills me is that they list their jobs on underneath their names.
Dave, what a great thing to say. That's right. Yeah, master cosmetologist and barber.
And like they put reporter on the other thing, and like their names are in giant letters. This is advertising for them. Essentially, like, look at this. I don't give it. Who gives a shit what she does? I don't care.
Like the point should be the skin, right? It shouldn't be like, look at this conservative woman. Like, I want to look at her. I don't want to look at what she does. I don't care about that. I don't care about her opinions. Let's, you know, if we're making a calendar for men, then men want to see the sex appeal of the woman.
I'll put something in the private chat. That is more of a Playboy photo than any of these photos.
She should be an object, not a.
She should.
Here we go. Post zero endorsing women as objects. All right.
Yeah, well, it's in the private chat. That photo of Sydney Sweeney is more of a Playboy photo than any of these so far. But when you look at the chick as well, like, oh, she's got cleavage. But what is she showing? She's showing her chest bone. There's no tits there. There's no
right. Well, and then even like Hawk said with the last picture, her hair placement, same deal.
The other thing with this too is that again, this is a theme. Again, she's looking off to the side. You guys can't really see it because it's not super large, but she's not looking at the camera. Again, she's looking away from it. Just like, what the hell's going on here? This is ridiculous. It's like when you laying a chick down on the bed and she's like looking off to the side instead of looking at you. It's like, what the fuck is this? It's like, do you not need to be here right now? Do you not want to be here? You can fucking leave. So, all right, moving on. Yeah, this one's particularly bad. I'd say this picture is way worse than that first one.
Oh yeah.
Well, all right. Here's our next one. Caroline Wade, model. At least she's not wearing a bra, but you can't even see it.
Yeah. Hand and hair placement. Yeah. Of course, the apron covers all that area right there. So it's just, and then like, you know, with the last picture, same deal. Like she's hardly in like the focus of it.
Yeah, it's like she's got her arm covering up her pear. She's got her legs crossed. She isn't even facing you. Again, she's on the opposite side of the counter here. And again, not looking up. Hair covering up all of our favorite spots. Again, not looking towards the camera, looking off to the side. Hey!
It's like I said, rule of thirds. If you can apply it to this, it's completely off. So it's like, for a photographer, this is a horrible job.
This name is particularly obstructive as well. This is bigger than her whole rest of her body. If you were to like stretch this one's
they
way
are
larger.
small. That's one thing I noticed. The women are very small on these photos. I guess that may be intentional. That way you don't see as much of her.
Yeah, that's probably a good point, Dave.
I posted in the private chat, like this is a few photos from like a steel calendar. They make equipment, but if you wanted to contrast some of the
there you go,
some of the photos.
Oh yeah, hold on. Let me pull this up over here. All right, here we go.
There we go.
Yeah.
Bottom
look at
right.
all this. Yeah, look at all this. Look at
eye contact in the first picture too.
Image there. Yep. Look at that. You know, yeah, we're actually showing off some stuff here.
Bottom right, scroll down to that one.
There we go. See,
there we go.
We're actually showing something here. Well, there we go.
Normally, I'm not an ass guy.
There's actually sex appeal in mind here. No, this is actually giving into the male gaze. Thank you.
This is like a professionally done, pinup calendar that they put out every year.
Yeah, somebody knows what they're doing, unlike this guy. All right, so girl's really cute though. Give her that much.
Would.
And in blonde,
I'd bend her over that
thing.
Yeah, I would too. Like the heels. I'll give her that. All right, here we go. This one might be the worst one out of all of them. Mary Tiles, Texas. It fucking sounds like a porn star name. Tile Center. Yeah, I'm sure. Okay.
Yeah. Well, listen. So
it's
in
a
my
border
experience,
wall. Yeah.
In my experience, every woman who's ever worked in a trade, they don't really work, right? All the guys come over and do all the work for them, and
they wear the knee pads though.
Else. Yeah.
Hey, those can come in handy.
Yeah, but again, it's like they're only alluding to it. It's like, okay, I've got short shorts on, but I'm not actually going to show you. Like this photo is taken of her leg. It's like, oh yeah, great. I really want to see that big meaty thigh right there. That's really what I want to put it. And look, like the shirt, fully clothed. Her hair is back this time, but it doesn't even matter because she's got a full shirt on.
You can have this up in, your church back room,
Oh yeah. That's God. It's just so tame. It's so bland. And again,
I understand why you wanted to do this as the topic. It's like, oh my God, this is terrible.
Yeah.
Look at Dad's border wall. She's building the wall, guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, you
fucking hell. My God. All right. Moving on. Haley
now.
Yeah, political commentator and content creator. Hold on. How many followers does this bitch have? 7,000. I got more than her. Shut up.
My former account almost used to have more.
Fuck off. Fiery but mostly peaceful producer. Shut up.
She's gonna get a job at some conservative thing as a reporter or something.
Hopefully pouring.
I'm sure they'll hire her.
At least in this picture, though, you get something, right?
That's like the closest. She has the smallest pair, though, out of everyone.
Yeah, I mean, the B cups and the leg spread.
It's like, come on.
And again, still the foot is covering. It's like, come on.
Trump needs to bring back the enhancements. You guys used to be a proper country.
And they put so much of their brand on it. They got the beard, the bikinis, ultra right. They got the MAGA hat.
Yeah, it just feels so exploitive.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
Like, I mean, okay, how about you even maybe you don't want to be like a full-blown like Playboy pinup calendar or something for like Penthouse Forum where the chick's legs are literally fucking spread, and it's just full-blown nude. Okay, I get that. You're conservatives, right? Well, maybe you could do something like instead of having the ultra right bikini in every single one of these shots, how about you just have the chick without a top, but her arms are just covering it? How about that? You could just show us a little bit of something, but no, we can't do any of that because that would be degenerate. And when they mean degenerate, they mean would piss off the sensibilities of women, but we'll get to that later. So, all right. I'd say this one is stepping in the right direction, though still very far away from where we need to be.
Leaves a lot to be desired.
Exactly. All right.
Hello.
Here we go. Everyone loves beach blondes and beach volleyball. Come on. CEO of Social Habit Marketing. Fuck off. That just sounds fake.
But that's the thing, too. They lead with their career in this one, where it's like, I don't give a fuck what she does for a living.
She probably runs. She probably gave Mike Sartain the idea to DM absolutely everybody, and with a smiley face.
Oh yeah. Oh, did Mark Sartain DM you on Instagram as well? It's like, you're not the real Mike, are you? It's like,
Yeah,
no.
I got a Twitter DM from him, and it said, "Hey, what do you like about my content with a smiley face?" I'm like, "Did you get hacked?"
Yeah, it's like, what the hell? Who's doing this for you?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Like, what does she? Does she even have tits? It's like,
they're kind of
don't
the
look
same
like
size as the previous chick. No, not really.
Oh my
Again,
God.
hair in the way. What is this bullshit? I mean, like, look, if you're gonna do something like this, get rid of the top and then have the hair in the way.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, jeez. Like, just give us something here. I'm just grasping for anything. You know what? The other thing too, I don't care
Legs
for these.
crossed again.
Yeah, there's that again. The other thing too, I don't care for all of them having the hats on.
No,
I'd
rather them
get rid of
not
the hats.
having a hat.
Yeah, it's like
How do you know they're MAGA babes if they don't have the hat on, though?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, well, like my whole thing with this is that like, can't these women's sex appeal stand on its own? Why does it have to be so like in your face? Like, look, we're MAGA and we're women. Like, can't you just have women, you know, with like a plain black top or something like that, or no top and you cover the tits or something like that? Like, just it's easy looking. Like it just so happens they're conservative women who look good, not we're going to completely brand ourselves out for this calendar specifically. Like I just the absolute contrivedness. Like it's like when people make explicitly political music like Backwards, right? Which is Eric July's band, which like I didn't hate it, didn't particularly love it, but like you listen to it once and it's like you got everything you need from it. And there's such like a fine, how do I want to put this? Like a fine timeline on it because you made it so like specific. That's kind of the way I feel about this.
It's like
It's not evergreen. It's not evergreen.
Exactly.
It's like the same thing with I mean, the same group of people we were discussing this earlier. It's like the stuff with like the anti-woke stuff. It's like, oh well, if you make a woke game in the context, like a line from like Last of Us 2, like bigot sandwiches. It's like fuck that. You know, like that game is like forever tainted now when you pick this up.
How like Eric July is the guy from the comics, right?
I had to unfollow him on Twitter because he's just shilling nonstop on his fucking account. And I'm like,
and then Bill Masterson gave him shit about his comic and he lost his shit. It's like, Jesus, buddy. Can't like not everybody's gonna like your stuff. Oh, if you don't like me, you're pro woke. It's like, oh fuck.
Yeah, like why does it have to be so explicitly the other direction? Like, can it not stand on its own merit? If it can't, then okay, your product sucks. And that's what kind of this is banking on. Like, look, we're so far away from woke that we're going to make sure this stands on the fact that it's not woke, not stand on its own merits.
Yeah, exactly. If you, all right, let's say there wasn't any like a conservative marketing going on with this in a totally like free market, there's no way any man would actually pick this over any of the other like competition calendars we're talking about. I mean, listen, would you rather have this in the back of your shop? All of us would. Every last one of us would, rather than this.
No, they give you that for free.
No.
If you buy enough steel products, they'll just give you copies of it.
That's awesome. That's great. All right. So moving on. It's like you couldn't even have this chick like bend over and like get ready for like the next serve for volleyball or something, which is why all of us watch beach volleyball in the Olympics. Oh,
yeah.
It's like
seeing them fixing their swimsuits.
Yeah, it's like you aren't even taking advantage of the setting that you're trying to convey here, or like right up here. Like, do you guys remember Cake? Do you guys remember Cake Tits? Talking about her and
if she would have been on this calendar, it might have been interesting because she's got a decent pair of jugs.
Yeah,
she knows how to frame her shots too.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But look at this. The other thing too, I'm commenting on. Look at this chick's shitty job of cooking. Look at all this shit all over the fucking floor.
No, but that's fun. Tee.
Yeah, it's fun to eat. Also, I have none of it on my cleavage, none of it on my legs.
Like if
on
the
the apron
flour,
on the ground.
If the flour was covering her nips, now that would have been interesting.
You could have done anything more. Oh, you know the other thing about this one? Look at the fucking 6-pack of beer in the back. It's not even being refrigerated. God, shameless. Just shameless product placement.
The beer's not even cold.
All right. Moving on to this next one.
Oh,
Mallory.
Was that coffee girl or no?
I don't know. Vet assistant and outdoor enthusiast.
Black Rifle coffee lady.
Maybe this is like one of these like catfish chicks that you see in like the American South, not catfish in the sense that nuke means
Not
it.
nuke's
catfish. Like yeah, I mean the actual fish on the screen. Again, hair over the cleavage. They do it every time. Just why? You can't give us a little bit of something. They got the hat on again because you have to know. There's the beer. You know, the other thing about this too is that almost all of these pictures are exactly the same.
Yep.
Like the background just slightly changes. What they're holding in their hands slightly changes, just a little bit. Well, there's like no creativity.
A little bit more rule of thirds.
Look at this. These are all like these are at least creative. You know, it's like, oh, I'm at the foot of an actual tree. Well, and I've got a little spear in my hand as a prop. I'm on the beach. You know, I'm making like a little shelter here. You know, look at this. I'm on top of a mountain with my ass showing. It's like, you know, do you know who this reminds me of? God, who's that first Bond girl? And Dr. No. Yeah, Dave, you know.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but I don't remember her name.
Ursula something or other was her name. I forget. People will remember if you go see Dr. No. But yeah, and then we're looking at this.
But now that I notice it, everything in that photo, the background, everything, it's all Photoshop.
Oh yeah, this totally is.
But they're not even on the beach. Even the beach ones. Go check the beach ones. It's all. Look at that net. Everything. They're not even on a beach.
Yeah, maybe. It's
no, the girl you're talking about is Honey Ryder. Was the Bond girl?
Honey Ryder. Oh yeah, that was their name in the movie. Yeah.
Yeah. I always love the name.
Beats pussy galore. You know? I must be dreaming. Amazing. All right. So again, like also like listen, okay. I'm an outdoorsman. I'm a hunter. I'm a fisherman. I've done it my entire life. I've had girls that I've dated that participate in these sports before. But like women who are into hunting and fishing are not like this, right? No. You're a poser. All right. I'm sorry. You know, this is ridiculous. I'm not saying that like women can't be involved in like male sports and male activities. It's not what I'm saying. It's just you're lying to me here with this.
Yeah, there the vast majority of women who are into fixing cars or doing anything like that are not the women you want to be with. And my experience was forever tainted after I had a girl that I went out with like once or twice, and she just could not stop bragging in my face about, oh, you think it's sexy when I drive a stick? I'm like, I'm not doing this anymore. and she wasn't even that good looking. And you know what? Most women who do this kind of stuff aren't. So I just remember seeing guys saying, oh, I want a girl who works on my car with me. I'm like, trust me, you don't. You think you do, but you don't.
Yeah, I mean, like, and the ones that like are super cute and really into this, like your Ava Shockeys of the world, they're like very, very rare. Well, they're just not the norm, you know. All right, carrying on. Miss
That's
August.
better.
We got Sydney McFadden. She's a Georgia Army National Guard.
It's always a Sydney.
I'm sure you're getting a lot of work done. She's got bigger boobs than the rest of these.
Yeah,
girls.
no, this is the best one.
Yeah,
this is definitely better. I will say
no hair in front of the cleavage.
Yep.
Oh, they're getting it. They're getting it.
Again, though, the center of the picture is the beer. The beer being picked up on the serving platter. Also, a male waiter is giving it to her. But
yeah, it has some.
It's a little bit dark.
Yeah,
that too.
Yeah, that
too.
too. But
oh man, they're doing it again. They're shipping. They're shipping. What's it called? The the mixing shit like that. I won't.
Yeah, I wouldn't go that far with this because like you do see this character all the time. Like if you go to any of these resort towns or whatever. But
Pedro is serving. So.
Again, why the fuck do you have the hat on? It's like you're not even facing it the right direction. So like you can't even see read Maggot. Like just get rid of the fucking hat. Like let your hair down, girl. Jesus.
But rule of thirds wise, this is even pretty good. Yeah, no, I like this one. In all honesty, I like this one.
I'd say this is probably the best one we've seen.
It's always a Sydney. No, there's 3 of them.
Yeah.
Again, the tit should be the center of the photo.
They definitely should
be.
The
beer is.
If you're gonna, you know what? Even just be a little hilarious. How about you put the beer in between her boobs?
Yeah,
exactly.
Maybe she's pouring the beer down her tits. I don't know.
Oh, that would be a good one. Got milk? Remember that?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I will say this: this chick has got way too much, lip filler.
I don't care.
It's
I
a
don't
bit
fucking
much.
care.
All right,
I like the lip filler. It's smooth. I'm telling you.
carrying on. Oh my God, look at this one. This was awful.
Yeah,
Atrocious.
Jessica Lavelle, personal growth strategist and multimedia entrepreneur.
Oh yeah, you're definitely
off.
getting it. You're definitely getting the
off.
DM with a smiley face and an
My
emoji.
God, unbelievable.
I love how bullshit women's occupations are.
She'll email you about getting your favorite conservative on a podcast.
Oh my
How
God.
many followers does this one have?
She's not even linked. She doesn't even have her at linked. in
Lavelle?
here.
How do I write that? Lavelle. Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
Do some research. Pull it up, Jamie.
Yeah, pull that
She's
shit
an
up.
entrepreneur.
Atham, look that up.
Not even like a
Jessica
nice
Lavelle.
side tit. Yeah, not even like a nice
Lavelle.
side tit either.
No.
Nothing.
Again, very much covered.
I mean,
at least the hair isn't
is
like
this
directly
conservative
in-
art right here?
Yeah, really.
Where like it's like woman off to the side. It's not even
Wait,
centered well.
She is
Just-
an entrepreneur. I can't find her on Twitter. Like, you're an entrepreneur and
She works
an
really hard,
entrepreneur.
Jack.
And wait, is this her
Behind the
on
scenes.
Instagram? No, nope, that's not her. What the fuck? Why can't I find her? This is supposed to be easy. If you're an entrepreneur, I'm supposed
Because
to
it's a
find-
fake fucking job, Jack. That's why.
Maybe try LinkedIn. Maybe she's
Try LinkedIn.
president. Oh yeah. Is that her? No, can't find her. Nope.
Oh, well, she's doing such a great job selling her product. She's making it so easy for us to contact her and use her services and hire her.
Yeah.
Yep. Thank you. Unbelievable. You know, the other thing I think we should find out, I want to find out how much they're selling this thing for. That's what I want to know.
Oh man, I'm seeing
I
October
guarantee-
right now.
I
October is
guarantee you.
horrible.
All right, we'll get there. I guarantee you this thing is marked up all the way to shit. And again, the beer is the center of the picture, more or less, as opposed to the girl. It's like, this is just so shameful product placement. And again, she's wearing the fucking hat. Take off the fucking hat.
Leave the hat on.
This is like muscle mommy, like getting into Sally Grace, social media influencer.
Nothing here.
Really. So how we? Not even linked. Can't even find you.
Yeah.
No.
Like not even like a nice ass either. Like you literally get nothing out of this picture.
No, there is nothing out of this at all. It's like look at that weight right there. Yeah, I really want that in my photo. And next to the beer. Yep. And again, wearing the fucking hat. Yeah, this one's bad. There's nothing here. No, it's like
Sydney McFadden.
She's not even like standing straight on, so you could actually see like the V in between her legs.
Mhm.
Oh,
Nope.
this is horrible. That was awful. All right, Miss November. Oh my
November.
God, this
That-
girl's actually wearing some skimpy lingerie underneath.
Yeah,
look at
November's
that.
pretty cool.
Underneath though, you know.
Yeah.
I like
Cosmetic
this one.
tattoo artist.
But she's a tattoo artist. Red flag. You know what that means. Tattoo
Green
artist.
light.
You know what?
Belongs
This
to the streets.
at least this one has a semblance of sex appeal with it. I'll give it
That is
that.
true.
This
the
girl's
racist one so far.
Yeah, this one definitely is the raciest. Like, oh, I'm gonna sit on this desk in my man's shirt and his tie. I'm gonna open up for him.
Look,
there we
can
go.
I just say nothing has ever looked better of my clothing than it has than on a woman.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
It really has. When she
like a
wore my
flag.
shirts and things like that, it's like, oh,
It's like a flag on a conquered fortress.
yes.
Yeah, there you go.
But like why couldn't we see a little bit more tit in this picture?
Why couldn't we have her actually sitting on the desk and spreading her legs a little bit?
Yeah.
Right.
You know? It's like also like, why does this last button need to be buttoned? Like you could just have the tie covering up in between your legs. You know, it's like they're just giving you like just a little bit. It's like crumbs. You know, I don't know. This is probably my favorite one, even though it's still far away from where it needs to be. And our last one for December. Here we go again. Short shorts. Not even.
I
showing
like the ass.
Well, yeah.
I like
I mean,
the ass.
The
it's not
ass shot
shown
is at
very
least
well.
there, you know, like you
Yeah.
can see the curve of the ass.
Just a little bit. But it's like Tar Shell Scalise, hot and healthy housewife.
Okay.
Well, at least that's a real job.
Yeah.
unlike all these other ones. So, also like, Nobody's doing a Christmas tree like this, man. Get out of here. This is bullshit. Like, yeah, or take the Christ out of Christmas, but from the right. You know? Jeez. Well, again, like the center of the photo isn't the girl. It's this stupid fucking tree with these fake beer cans and American flags on it. And again, she's getting like a full sweater. I mean, she's got. I mean, I will give you this. This getup actually is pretty cute. If your girl does something like this, it's like, oh, I got the sweatshirt and I've got like nothing on underneath it, basically, like the shortest of shorts. Like, I'll give her this. This is a cute look. But again, we're not actually being shown anything here because this fucking tree is in the way.
Yep.
Yeah. Sad.
I hear you. I
Wonderful.
hear you.
All right. Out of curiosity, how expensive is this? I want to know. It's
25.
Oh, we get a 100% woke free. Oh, fuck off. Go back. Enter here if you're 21. 100% woke free conservative dads. Hey. All right.
It'd be 21.
$24.99. Oh my god, fuck off with your heads, dude. Just fuck off. I can't even fucking scroll your thing. Oh look, we could buy 3 calendars for $56.23 in case you have 3 henpecked husbands you want to give this calendar.
Whoa. Are there $200 in savings inside? That's crazy. What's a coupon book as well?
$200 exclusive discount
Jesus.
each month. Highlights a different MAGA babe and how they stay hot and healthy. Fuck off. Just fuck off.
You could buy the Daily Wire. Yeah, you could probably get a discount on the Daily Wire chocolate or whatever the fuck it was, or your baby Matt Walsh plushie.
Let's hear this. Features hilarious holidays and fun. It includes an exclusive discount or promo codes. For what? Showcases the dad joke of the month. Oh my god, I want this guy drawn and quartered. You know,
Yeah.
who built this thing? Just honestly, just fuck off. I want to Trail of Tears this guy. I want to put him on the Wheel of Pain. Wheel of Pain, like in a Conan the Barbarian. Like, this is fucking absurd.
Yeah. This is awful. And this is like the thing about the anti-woke is that pisses me off is they always like point out, oh, woke this, woke that, it's terrible. But like they never have a good vision of like what it should be. It's always shit like this where it's like super derivative. Let's milk people for money.
Look at this too. Look at this sneak peek that they have on the website. They have this zoomed in so much, acting like this is the actual calendar, but it's not. We just saw it. We just saw the pictures. This is not what it looks like. This picture is so zoomed out, you can't even see what we're looking at right now. Look at this. Look at this. It's like, oh yeah, it's the girl is the focus of all these pictures, right? It's like, no, that's not what we've been shown so far.
When they want to advertise it, it's strange. They zoom in on the girl.
Yeah.
But when the actual product comes, that should have been the photo.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Not the crap that they had before.
Yeah, unbelievable. So, yeah. All right. Well, this is why I wanted to talk about this, right? Is that this is a longhouse calendar. This is not for men. This is not made for men in mind. This is made with women in mind. We are shilling out these apparently conservative models that nobody's ever heard of with their big businesses that we can't even fucking find with a basic Google search. So it shows that they're really good at their jobs. You know, the women aren't the center of the pictures. The stupid fucking beer that nobody wants to drink is in the middle of it. It's not skimpy. There's no way. This is like the only good shot like in the entire thing. And even this one I'd give like a 6 out of 10. Well, at most. But yeah, this is what conservatism sells to men. All right. It's like, oh, yeah, you can get your hands on your truck nuts and your Miller Lite masculinity, and these are non-woke women. It's like, look at that. We're putting attractive women back in. There's no trans women here. You know?
No offense, but some of them look like trans women where they cut off the tits. So it's like, I'm sorry, but no. I will not buy this shit until I see some triple fucking Ds.
The meltdown last year that was over that stupid fucking the redheaded libertarian because they said the calendar was demonic. That stupid fucking Bryson Gray. Like, dude,
the guy's probably gay.
Yeah,
I mean, redhead libertarian is pretty demonic. Let's be honest here. The amount of filters that woman uses. Jesus.
Yeah. It's really sad because no side is offering a positive masculinity to anybody. It's like left wing. You got David Hogg and freaking Hassan Piker dressed up in a maid outfit.
Oh
and
yeah,
right,
what was
you
that
have like
about? By the way, do you know that, Dave?
he's just being a he's just be,
He's just
I don't know. He moved to Japan, and I think he's just being his usual self.
He's just being a left winger.
Watch me
He
act
moved to
gay, you know.
Japan? Good.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah. Well, there's as more and more studies come out, it shows us that politics is genetic. So physiognomy
Is
never
it?
lies.
Is
Yeah.
it? Oh,
Yeah, it's a huge part of it. Yeah, I mean, which is why like left wingers are almost always like fat, ugly people.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
uh,
I've heard about it before that conservative people and like people on the right are in general more better good looking. So, interesting.
Yeah, I mean, so yeah, that's our conclusion. So top marks to you. What the fuck is this loser's name again? Seth Weathers. See how many followers this guy have. 52k followers on Twitter. Thank you very much. CEO of Conservative Dads. Fuck you. Ultra Right Beer and Border Wall Tea. Just fuck off. Fuck this
Border
guy.
wall tea.
Tequila. Okay.
How can I milk the dopes, conservative dopes out of money?
You know what this reminds me of? Do you guys remember we were making fun of last week's show, the bull, and the rest of the fucking guys standing there right now? I'm gonna be the stoic masculine man, just sitting there with my arms crossed, staring off into the distance. Honestly, like this picture is actually kind of the most attractive because we actually see a bit of her boob here. And just like, wow, she's
A little bit of
But they're
side
not
boob.
even.
She's
She's
got
not
an
even
apron.
looking at him, is she? I don't even know.
I don't think so.
She's
It
looking
almost looks like,
past him.
it almost looks like this almost kind of looks Photoshop too. Like they're not even in the same room together.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Just added it afterwards. Another year, another epic calendar. Fuck you. Fuck off. So
No, the one with Sidney McFadden, in my humble opinion, was the best one. But I have a type. I'm biased. So the other ones are
this girl is
pretty.
very much my type. But just
Which one?
hold on.
That was it. Yeah.
That one was
that-
that one. I find that one the nicest one. Hawk, do we need to fight again over this one?
Oh no, I really dig. I dig this one, even though we're not shown as much as we need to be. But
I'm with Jack on this one.
yeah,
Well,
no,
Just because you see
that's a
10.
good one. Yeah, I agree. That's a good one. I don't know. This chick's cute too, but I mean, they're all woods, but it's
Well,
just,
not all of them. I mean,
oh, shut up, Jack.
I wouldn't that one. No.
If this woman was naked on your bed, you'd have your cock out before you could blink. All right. Like, shut up.
I wouldn't deny it, but I wouldn't enjoy it. Where it's like, oh, muscle mollies.
All right.
And, yeah, you know what I'm saying.
So, do you know what we should be promoting instead of this horrible calendar right here? We should actually promote something that is actually made for men in mind. So, guys, go check out my friend Crusader Pepe, and he built himself a Pepe calendar for the year. So please go on over and get your hands on the Crusader Pepe calendar right now. Look at this. This is made with men in mind. Look at this guy. Deus Vult right into the White House. Look at all your Chad friends with like the Miami Vice aesthetic in the background.
Perfect segue. This is a perfect segue.
Look at this. Look at this.
Yeah.
This guy's looking like he's having the time of his life right now. Look at that. So if you actually want to give a get yourself a calendar that's very wholesome, actually made for us in mind, get your hands on that. Hold on.
You even got fuck trophies for clout for December.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm going to look at that. And it's even cheaper. It's cheaper by a couple bucks. So there you go. All right. I'm gonna
Pepe calendar for conservative dads. Oh,
well, what about my $200 in savings?
Right.
I can buy, soap, ultra right soap.
Yeah, exactly. All right. That link is now in the chat. So if you guys want to go support Crusader Pepe.
Look at the family in December.
Yeah. Look at that. Look at that. So amazing. All right.
He did a good job. What's October? What is that? Wait, go. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
it's
it's like a it's a ghost.
I thought it was a crying child.
No. Yeah, it's
That's
a ghost.
wholesome.
Yes, it is. So everyone, there you go. Here's a nice Drake meme. No, fuck that conservative women. Yeah, get the Crusader Pepe one. So, all right, nice work, fellas. Let's go through a couple of these super chats really quick. So, Cairo Copeland, I recognize this guy from Twitter and Cappy's chat. I'm astonished at how TradCon Christians believe men can't handle seeing the human bodies of women. Yeah, really. Even though nudist colonies have all ages and no misconduct, even among adolescents. Yeah, well, nudist colonies are full of a bunch of fat people. So, I mean, I think we can handle ourselves fine. Well, yeah, absolutely. It's like, you see this a bunch with I mean, this happens at least like once or twice a year, if not more. We always get in this fight over like porn and stuff like that. It's like, this is like the great scourge of our society these days. It's like, listen, all right, I'm fine with banning a lot of this stuff, particularly the fact that kids can access it at a young age. But to say like a grown ass man is going to immediately like not like be with his family, not sleep with his wife because like Pornhub exists, it's just a fucking joke. It's the fact that wives aren't having sex with their husbands. That's the problem. And we're not allowed to say that. So we have to blame it on something else. We have to shame the male sex drive and male sexuality, because like, this is ridiculous. You're not allowed to look at a pair of boobs because you can't contain yourself. It's like, dude, I'm fucking working hard here, man. I was just in the office for 12 hours yesterday. I definitely would have been way more motivated if there was a pair of boobs that like, I could go back and look and actually get through my fucking day. I don't need you school marming me saying like, oh no, you're not allowed to have attractive women in your games because that's degenerate. You're not allowed to have like attractive women walking around that are on like Hollywood movies or in pinup calendars in your shop. You're not allowed to have this attractiveness because you can't contain yourself. It's like, dude, I'm not a fucking brownoid Brigitte. I'll be fucking fine. All right, this is ridiculous. So moving on to High Powered, nice name, Browning High Powers, excellent weapon. For $10, with how bad this pinup is, I'll go back to my anime waifu pinups. Yeah, it's no wonder why the Japanese are selling so well.
Yeah, the Chinese too. They're killing. They're killing Western video because I mean, like they make stuff like Marvel Rivals. They make a lot of the gacha games, which primarily focus on women to sell. So they know what people want and they're willing to give it to them.
Nice.
Yeah, there we go. But yeah, I mean, the point has been made that neither side is giving anything to men. Well,
yeah,
that's the main point that we're trying to make here. Is okay, great. Like the other thing too is like, what woman is actually going to be attracted to a man having this, having something like that in their like shop or something? It's like, this is something like your wife would buy for you because like she saw in like some conservative mom forum or something. It's just like, this is the female approved pinup calendar. Men like bikinis. Let's give them this. It's like, nope. You don't understand. I see what
it's not
doing.
Quite scratching the itch, dear.
No, it's not. It's not. Mo, you just.
And this is why we need the Victoria's Secret model shows.
Yeah,
they
really.
brought back the angels, where I'm like, yes, bring back that level of thin. Just bring it.
Yeah, it's just like just give us something, all right? Like give me something.
Not Longhouse approved fucking bullshit. No, skimpy outfits, big fucking tits, beach blonde hair, and thin fucking waists.
Yep.
I'm all here for it.
Yep, I'll get up to go to war for that. I'll tell you that much.
Remember when we used to go to war for women? Now it's like, man.
Go for war for Jews and Troons now.
Yeah.
It's a real nice upgrade.
Zog.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Anything else we have to say on this, fellas, or shall we wrap it up?
I thought it was a very good show.
Yeah, guys, you got to do for you, man. Ain't nobody else gonna fucking hand it to you.
Yeah.
I think the other thing. Oh, go ahead, Dave.
No, I think it's just a shame that the left has kind of like dropped this off. They're basically gone further and further into feminism, and then the right's like, yeah, feminism's is cool with me, so let's have that. Let's make this really sanitized calendar.
Yeah, really.
So nobody's picking up that mantle, and like I said, even like China or Japan are willing to people that are willing to give guys what they want to end up striking it rich with it.
I think one last thing I want to say on this is that this is just so inauthentic is the other thing.
Yes.
It's like all of this, like we're mentioning the photoshopping in the background, mentioning the beer is the center of the attention, everything. We're mentioning like the girls are looking off to the side. It's just like none of these are like genuine photos either. It's like, okay, maybe you want to do a traditional calendar of like, you know, the women in the wheat fields thing, or the sundress, or like the apron in the kitchen or something. Like you
that would be better. Yeah.
Yeah, it honestly would be better. I mean, even if it wouldn't be skimpy, I'd understand. Like, because it's actually an authentic thing. I don't know. Maybe you have like a girl in like a schoolhouse, like a bunch of kids or something like that. I mean, okay, that's at least something. But every last bit of this is fake.
Yeah.
You know? And like they're trying to pull the wool over your eyes, thinking that they're appealing to men, but they're not. No.
Yeah. This is marketing. It's nothing artistic about it. It's just, you know, like Walmart style, like here you go, guys, buy this. They weren't interested at all in making something that looked beautiful or appealing. It's just a market.
Yeah, exactly. So, all right. Anything else to say, Jack?
You did great. I love this. I love this. I know. I loved how enthusiastic you were about this. All I gotta say, it sounds kind of boring, but like I mentioned, I've been getting into thumbnails a lot and photography. I just noticed that with all these photos, like they break the very simple rule of thirds, which is like the bare basics of photography. That was already broken on this calendar. Like none of it had the girl as the focus, sort of say. Like you mentioned a couple of times, where it's like it's just cheap photography. I don't know who they got, but they got a horrible photographer. I'll tell you that.
Well, it kind of makes me think about like conservative art and stuff like this. Like I threw out a tweet the other day where like I can only think of one like explicitly right-wing artist that made it big and actually made like good music, and that's Ted Nugent. But Ted Nugent, his music isn't like explicitly right-wing, but you hear the dude talk. I mean, he's, you know,
I've got a bow autographed by him.
Exactly. Ted Nugent is the
Very
fucking
cool
man. He's a little bit of a boomer con, but at the same time, he has, you know, most of the right opinions. And, you know, he's a bow hunter. He's a badass guitar player who makes awesome music that isn't like explicitly about, you know, taking the dick from the whole right wing. It's just like Cat Scratch Fever is a badass song. The Great White Buffalo is a badass song. And he just so happens to be a major right winger. Like, where's all of this? It can stand on its own merits. It doesn't have to stand on the fact that it's right wing.
Yeah. They're like Marty O'Donnell did the Halo soundtrack. He's a super big conservative.
Yeah, he just ran for office. Unfortunately, he lost. But I don't know. Maybe he'll get back to it one of these days. But all right, why don't we go around and get some shillings out of the way? This was fun, guys. Jack, what are you up to these days?
Okay, Substack released a new essay yesterday about Victim. It's about your typical woman who seems to have everything in the world and they lose it all. The motivation for that essay was Lonnie, can't remember what her name was, but she used to be on Baywatch, or no, she used to be a fitness model, and she kind of had everything. Yes, she was on Baywatch, and now she's homeless and addicted to meth. And then I did some digging around how many female actresses and Playboy models are now actually homeless. And I'm like, wait a minute, there's an archetype in here. So that's what I wrote about. Lonnie Anderson. Thank you, Vorpal Landville. It's about that. So please go check that out. And if you like my writing, go subscribe over there.
All right, sweet. Dave, what do you got to promote, sir?
Scar Thumb Podcast every Sunday, a little bit before Post Zero, usually 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I just did a show about bigness in games and how it's killing it by ballooning costs to, you know, endless amounts. So that was really fun, and you know, just check out the channel. Got lots of stuff kind of culturally related to this.
Yeah, and we talked about Scarred Thumb a little bit earlier at the start of the show, but yeah, everyone should go subscribe and listen to Dave. If you guys are sick of the nerdrotic sphere of people saying that everything is woke in your games, how about you get something that is authentic from Dave? I enjoy listening to his show quite a bit.
Agreed.
So
Absolutely.
All right, and Kyle, what's up, man?
Liberty and Health podcast. And if you're a fan of Red Hawk, go listen to my last couple weeks of podcasts. I had a bunch of people that are good mutual friends of ours on, Orrin McIntyre, Sam Urban, Buck Johnson. And then if you go back to December, Pete Quinones, and then obviously Red Hawk was on a couple times recently. So lots of good stuff there. And a Common Crown, we got a bunch of shows coming up. I won't bore you to death with that, but if you look at my Twitter or YouTube channel, you'll find all our future shows. So if you're in the Southwestern Pennsylvania area, feel free to come out. I'll buy you a shot.
Sweet. And can't confirm. Kyle is a very generous host and a good friend. So definitely support him. Now, for myself, really all I have to promote, obviously, is every Thursday is Pony Express Radio on the OGC, where I will be hosting. So that's fun. But tomorrow, very interestingly enough, I will be having a show with Allie, Real Femme Sapien, tomorrow. So we'll be having a Twitter space tomorrow night. Talk about things that are too spicy for YouTube, according to Allie. So that'll be fun. Oddly enough, we've been mutuals for years, but we've never streamed it together. So that should be fun. So check that out tomorrow. I think we're going to start like 7 Eastern, maybe 7:30. So just check my Twitter. You'll see it, and that should be fun. So, but thank you guys for coming for another great episode of Post Zero, and we'll see you guys around.
Bye.